Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast that plays from the ice cream truck when it's driving around your neighborhood. That would be disturbing.
That would be terrible.
Like through like a loud, echoing, poor quality loudspeaker.
Yeah, imagine hearing your own voice as you chase the ice cream man. It'd be really upsetting.
Kate, we've already watched... The Adventures of Pete and Pete on this podcast, and could you summarize your feelings?
I don't like that Pete and Pete.
Why not?
It was too weird. Why does that kid have a tattoo?
Too weird? Too quirky?
Yeah.
There's
such a thing as too quirky.
In these 300 plus episodes, I'm furious that you don't like this, and I'm just going to keep making you watch it until you like it. So, we've never done a repeat episode, and this technically is not. Also, repeat has the word Pete in it.
Yeah.
The way that I'm getting away with this as on a technicality, since we've literally never covered the same thing twice, is we watched the TV show, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. What we're going to watch today is something they made before the TV show. So, long story short, and I think I'm certain we covered this on the Pete and Pete, the proper Adventures of Pete and Pete episode, but here's a quick recap. Pete and Pete is about two brothers who are both named Pete. They're played by Michael Morona as Big Pete and Danny Tamborelli, Nickelodeon darling Danny Tamborelli as Little Pete, who we just saw in 100 Deeds for Eddie McDowd. Showed up there as Spike.
Wears a lot of hats. Doesn't pull any of them off.
He's in everything. Ouch. He was on All That, which we covered years and years ago. He was on Figure It Out. We did. And, of course, he really made his bones as Little Pete. This show and concept was created by Will McRobb and Chris Vicardi, and it was created originally in 1989 as a series of shorts, the same way that we watched Inside Out Boy not that long ago, where these would be shorts that would just air on Nickelodeon's kind of in between commercial breaks.
Yeah, like an interstitial.
Yes. So Pete and Pete was one of those starting in 1989, and they were just these really short things. One day we'll do a whole episode where we just watch all 16 of those. So there were 16. Like it is. But they're short. There were 16 of those. And then, because they were so successful, in 1991, Nickelodeon asked the creators of it to make some half-hour specials that would air, that were not a regularly scheduled TV show. Just, let's expand this quirky concept to half-hour specials. Mm-hmm. They made 5 of those. They made, in February 9th, 1991, they aired The Valentine's Day Massacre. September 8th, 1991, this is what we're going to watch today, What We Did on Our Summer Vacation. In 1992, some of these, the dates of their original air dates have not been archived. So in 1992, they did Space Geeks and Johnny Unitas. Also in 1992, Apocalypse Pete, and then in December 1992, New Year's Pete, and then after that, starting in November 28th, 1993, they made the proper TV show. Which went from 1993 to 1996. But we're going to watch What We Did on Our Summer Vacation. Originally aired September 8th, 1991. Iconic, probably the most iconic of these 5 shorts, featuring Mr. Tasty.
Mr. Tasty?
The ice cream. It's sort of a spoof of Mr. Softy. And, Kate, summer is starting, so this is appropriate to watch. So this will help us get into the summer mood. This episode is airing, Kate, right as summer begins.
Oh, wow.
We're recording it in the first week of spring. So you're way ahead. You ready?
I love being ahead.
And the reason I'm showing you this right now is because we're going to go see Pete and Pete this week. We're going to go see them live. Are you looking forward to this?
I'm going to see those Pete's. I'm going to see them. You're going to take me to dinner beforehand, right?
Yes.
And I get to pick the restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you picked?
No, not yet. I have to do a study of all the restaurants in the area to see what will be most appealing for me.
We're going in like 4 days. We gotta figure it out. We might need to make a reservation.
I gotta make a spreadsheet first.
I think at the end of this episode, we should get back together. We live together. We should reconvene, and you should review the live show.
Of the Pete's.
Yeah.
Do they need money?
Michael Morona and Danny Tamborelli are doing some type of live show we're going to.
Guys, do you just need money?
I'm excited.
Because maybe you should just do a GoFundMe.
I'm really hyped. I love Danny. I've always loved Danny Tamborelli since childhood.
You aspire to wear several different hats.
Oh yeah, he does wear a hat on Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
He wears that sort of buffalo plaid flappy hat, right?
Yeah.
Because you're mainly thinking of what we just saw in 100 Deeds for Eddie McDowd, where he was wearing like trilbies and fedoras and...
It wasn't good.
It wasn't quite as bad back then, I think, in the late 90s. All right, enough. Let's watch What We Did on Our Summer Vacation. The second ever half-an-hour Pete and Pete special, which we already know you're not going to like.
I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be a changed woman, especially with the promise of food.
Highly doubt.
No one knows who he is or where he comes from. But when that first really hot day in June rolls around, you just know the Tasty Mobile is coming to the rescue.
Hey, kiddos.
Hey. It's not like he remembers your name, but once, when my brother Pete was broke and dying for a blue tornado bar, he offered Mr. Tasty a huge and evil insect for trade.
He doesn't sing, does he?
He eats flesh.
I'll take it.
That's just the kind of guy he was.
So this did, even though it was a sort of a one-time special, it did later get added to the rotation of, it's kind of sometimes considered part of the first season of the show, even though it's not really. So this aired a lot. I saw it a bunch as a kid.
So they're talking about how do you know when summer's over, and there's a few different examples, but one of the examples is when Artie, the strongest man in the world, and Little Pete go to beat up the ocean. And Little Pete has just a massive back tattoo, and no one talks about it.
In addition to his arm tattoo, I don't remember the back tattoo.
Now, Danny Tamborelli's kind of cute here, though. I do like Mom's energy, The mom is just
Frolicking
frolicking
through
in a
the field.
field.
How about Polaris, the band? Playing on the lawn. This song rules, and you know it.
Yeah, because it's the soundtrack that plays in your head, Tyler. I do like that all of these people are regular looking,
It's a big thing about child actors in the 90s, and especially on Nickelodeon. Yeah, they just look like normal people. They don't look like they're made in a lab.
That kid sounds really scared.
Mort Mortensen sliding down a hill on a block of ice.
He sounds really frightened.
He's got his glasses with the athletic band on to attach them to his head.
So Mr. Tasty is just a man wearing a massive ice cream swirl for a head. It's horrific. It's so weird. What is Little Pete doing back there?
He's making faces in the car mirror.
He's got his hands fully in his mouth.
He's entertaining himself, like kids do.
Why do they have this child working at the 1-hour photo booth?
Hey, it's their summer job.
She's like 9.
Back when kids could work.
There's no toilets. Mr. Tasty, the ice cream vendor, they have his 1-hour photos, and he doesn't take the mascot head off.
They're hoping to, they're unethically looking through his private photos, hoping to find his identity. He's always in costume.
Do not invite a grown ice cream vendor to go trap fishing with you. Just don't. Just do not do it.
That's good. He said no.
God bless Mr. Tasty for setting an appropriate boundary. All right, so these kids are really trying to push the boundary with Mr. Tasty. They're like, you need to be our friend.
Their heart's in the right place. They're worried that he has no friends, so they're trying to be his friend, not realizing children should not be friends with an adult.
I love Mort Mortensen's outfit. It's all stripes going different directions. It's wild. All right, so after this weird friendship proposition, Mr. Tasty has disappeared.
Yeah.
What is Artie? What does he do?
He's the strongest man in the world.
Why, Tyler? Why? Tyler, what am I...
He's gonna go fight some bees.
But what is Artie? Is he like a special neighbor? Like...
They don't really ever...
We never know.
You don't really know.
What Artie is.
You kind of get the impression that he's like Little Pete's imaginary friend. But in this episode, the other kids seem to be aware of him, and he seems to be having impacts on the real world. So, Kate, I think it's just part of the surreal nature of Wellsville.
Seems like a place where you live.
I would love to live here. This looks great.
Everything's primary colors. I do kind of miss the 90s in that, like, you could spend a long time doing nothing, right? Like...
That's the whole point of this show, is to make you nostalgic.
This is such a weird item, but it's like Pete is in a feud with Den Cleary, the local lifeguard at the municipal pool. Tyler, what am I watching? My eyes hurt.
I love when Artie calls him, my little Viking!
I hope these children are sunscreening adequately.
Yeah.
Extremely pale.
Both Petes are quite pale.
Ellen's working like 18-hour days at the quick photo booth development center.
Smart. She's making money.
She's not making money. They're not paying her adequately. What's happening, Tyler? What am I looking at? Mr. Tasty's a little scary. I don't know. Don't let an ice cream man take your picture. Just don't do it.
We missed you, Mr. Tasty.
Please, don't say that.
But why is it so terrible?
Because every year on this day, the summer ends, and I always have to say goodbye. It's hard enough without having you kiddos missing me.
Then don't go.
I have to, Pete. I'm an ice cream man. I am what the summer is. Fireflies, thunderstorms, butt sweat on the car seat. And when it all goes, I have to go with it.
Yeah, then they found Ellen's body in a mass grave.
Don't try to ruin this.
I'm just saying.
Don't try to make this dark and edgy.
I'm not.
This is just a bittersweet reflection on being a kid and summer ending, Kate.
Don't let a strange man take your picture. If you don't know their real name, don't let him take a picture of you.
Your true crime, edgy world that you inhabit.
Oh, go ahead. You're going to let a strange man take your picture?
What'd you think?
It was too weird for me.
Oh, it's so weird. It was great. It's such a blend of absolute weird, surreal things, but also, like, they just want to, make a point about how you felt as a kid.
I guess it did a good job of capturing, like, there was a long time in childhood, you have a long time to just do nothing, which is appealing.
Yeah.
But
especially
it was
in the
all
summer.
too weird. It was too weird.
So it's the best. All right, so you're not convinced, you're not converted yet, and you still have to go see them live in a few days.
Yeah, but I get a dinner out first. Special.
Maybe an ice cream.
I don't want an ice cream after that Tasty Freeze, man. I don't like him.
All right, so you're unconvinced by the Pete and Pete of it all, and that's okay, Kate. That's all right. I understand. I'll never convert you to a Pete and Pete true believer. I'm here to say this was fantastic. Well, let's go see our show and report back. Since we recorded that episode, we have seen the Petes, the real men, Michael C. Morona and Danny Tamborelli. They did a live show called Not-Stalgia Personified.
And we went to it.
I would like to hear, well, I've already heard them. I would like our listeners to hear your thoughts. What do you think?
Here are my thoughts. We spent a lot of time watching videos of them, and I thought that was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Tamborelli seems like he would give a really good hug.
Okay.
Just like, you ever meet somebody, and I'm not a big hugger in this life, like I really don't hug that much, but I think if I was having a tough day and I felt like, wow, I really could use a hug, I think Danny Tamborelli would be on my list as like, you know what, that person seems like he would give a good platonic hug. And then Michael C. Morona, when I saw him getting ready to come on stage, like right before they announced them, I looked over and I was like, how did that dad find his way over there?
I don't think this is an insult, but
No,
it's so
it's
funny.
not.
You whispered
was
it
so
to me
confused.
when
I
it
was
was
like,
happening.
Why is that
"Where's
dad over
who's
there?
that dad? What's he doing? How did he get on stage?" Because, he did
I
look
thought
like
he was
would
like a
fit in
lighting
the audience.
guy or just like
you know what it is?
like
It's because he had a quarter zip on.
Yeah,
I think it's the quarter zip.
It was the quarter zip, I think.
So
and then
funny.
he balances.
And then how about at the end? Did you see him go wander into the kitchen
yeah,
at
he went to the kitchen.
the
Maybe,
venue's
was he
kitchen?
Hungry? I don't know.
I think he was probably saying thank you to
That's nice.
everyone working, I guess. But it was funny. It almost looked like he was lost.
Yeah, they just seem like nice dads.
Did you enjoy the show?
It was fun.
So the crux of the show was they showed videos, like, basically alternating, like, here's a video of Michael C. Morona when he was on Reading Rainbow, and then they would, like, pause it at any time to give their commentary, And then
they made
here's...
some little jokes.
Yeah, Danny Tamborelli in a Flintstones the movie toy commercial. Right, and that was it, back and forth. Then we even saw some full Pete and Pete shorts, which is a spoiler for you, because eventually we're going to do an episode with the Pete and Pete shorts, but you saw a few of those as well. And same thing, they just paused, they talked, they joked. It was interesting.
Yeah, we had a nice time.
How about the Q&A?
I was going to say I wish we had gotten fries.
Oh, the only thing that would make it better is if you'd gotten fries at the
Yeah.
venue. Yeah, we didn't order any food. What about the question and answers at the end? What'd you think?
Those were kind of excruciating.
Uh-oh.
So,
here we go. This is what I want to hear.
Here's my thing.
I want you to dig in.
All right. These Pete's, they were children when they were doing this show. And I think some people just need to understand that. They're like, these people will raise their hand and they'll be like, on episode 16 of season 2 was this canon. And these guys they were kids. They were actors. They were not writing it. They just give them a break. Just let them rest.
But you whispered it to me after someone asked a really pedantic question. You were like, he was 7 when he made that.
I don't know if there's a thing that I feel like I am a super fan of.
Yeah.
Like maybe the concept of kindness. But, like, there's no Q&A for that,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and I play the role on our show of the bigger fan of things, but
Yeah.
I'm not, although I did get us tickets to this.
You did.
I didn't realize I was way out of my league
really
in terms
were.
of my fandom of Pete and Pete.
You were out of your depth.
And you know what
son.
it is? It turned out, like, it was just dumb luck this was happening. I'm like, oh, I'd like to see that. I assumed there were more dates. There were, like, no other dates. They basically did one show, and it seemed like it was making up for a show they missed during COVID. And my impression is all the Pete and Pete superfans on the East Coast descended upon this show. So the caliber of fan, yes, was, we're going to get hate mail now that you made fun of them, but
Just saying.
the caliber of fan was extremely invested.
I just think that maybe I haven't been to something like that before. Like, I haven't been to, like, a comic convention.
Yeah,
I haven't been to something where there's, like, that level of super fanage.
Right.
And I just don't know. Like, that's not really my scene. But I don't really have any burning questions for, like, any of my heroes,
Pete's.
you know?
Or even, well, so
It's like when I meet some of your heroes and I just talk to them.
Weird Al.
Weird Al. We just hang out.
You haven't met Kevin
Have a chatty
Smith.
chat.
Yeah.
Well, if I met Kevin Smith, we'd have a very long chat. I have some things that I have concerns about for him.
He's working on himself. Anyway,
Yes.
all right. I just wanted to do a little quick wrap up of that. The thing that I took away that was most shocking to me is that we were there a little early, maybe a little too early. I was a little excited to get there. And I look over at the merch table, and the Pete's are just standing there. They weren't like selling their own merch, but they were directly next to the table and the person selling it. And it was so weird, and I'm like, I want to go over and talk to them, but what am I going to say? I had nothing to say to them. I was wearing my Not-Stalgia t-shirt, but
That's nice.
I had absolutely nothing to say. I didn't want to impose and get a picture, but it was cool that they were just chilling there. That's all.
You should have sent me.
I should have, right? You love talking to these people.
I love
you have
talking
no
to
skin
dads.
in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, did you get to keep those toys in that Flintstones commercial? Anyway, that's it. So Pete and Pete, still, no matter what I do with Pete and Pete, I can't seem to get you to enjoy it, which is good. I need to stop trying to change your mind.
I'm stoic.
We've done 2 full podcast episodes, plus seen an hour-long live show.
And if you had bought me fries, maybe I would have more positive associations
So
with them.
when we do the Pete and Pete Shorts Not-Stalgia episode in the future, fries,
I want buffalo-style fries.
note it.